Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you my in-depth deep conditioning hair care routine that I do about once a month, and also just some general tips and routines that I do to keep my hair nice and healthy and strong and keep it from getting too dried out since I'm in the sun and the salt water a lot. And although this works for me, I know it might not work for everyone because everyone has a different type of hair, but hopefully this will just maybe give you some new things to try or something you hadn't thought about, or maybe you can share some of your tips with me as well. So the first thing starts with nutrition, of course. So just making sure you drink enough water every day and eat a primarily healthy diet is going to help a lot with your hair. And I also don't wash my hair every day. I probably only wash it every 3 or 4 days. If I need to rinse it out, I will, but I try not to wash it too much, and I don't get it done at a salon or diet or anything very often. I do sometimes get some highlights in it, very rarely, but since I'm in the sun a lot, my hair lightens up pretty naturally. And a good tip if you want lighter hair but you don't want to be putting those bad products in your hair is to use some lemon juice and just squeeze it in your hair, rub it in your hair, and then go out in the sun, and it will naturally give you some highlights. And along with not going to a hair salon very often, I also rarely get my hair trimmed. I did during quarantine do a pretty big chop on my hair. I got bored, I guess, and I wanted something new, but I'll show you. So my hair used to be about this long, and then I cut it to here during quarantine, and that was probably March or April, and it's already grown that much in just about 4 months. So I do think I have pretty healthy hair for it to be able to keep growing that much and stay healthy and not have too much breakage at the ends. But for the most part, I only get my hair trimmed maybe twice a year. But in order to do that in a healthy way, you have to keep your hair from getting too dried out at the ends and breaking, or else it's just going to get really thin. So that's why I take these days about once a month to just do a really deep hydrating and overall conditioning treatment for my hair. Another tip I have is to try to limit your heat usage on your hair. I always let my hair dry naturally on its own. I don't even own a blow dryer. And then I only use a straightener or a curling iron if I really feel it's necessary, if I'm going out somewhere fancy or something like that and I want to do something fun with my hair. Otherwise, I try and use natural ways to add a little bit of volume or curl or shape to my hair. When it comes to the days that I wash my hair, I use either natural shampoo and conditioner bars, or I use the Function of Beauty shampoo and conditioner, which is great because it's paraben free, sulfate free, and they actually just came out with a new option that you can get it silicone free as well. And both the bars and Function of Beauty products are also cruelty free, so that's awesome. I really just like using clean products on my hair that I know what's in them. And my last tip for you guys before we get into my actual routine on my hair care days is to get a wet brush to brush your hair. I've had mine for years now. I love it so much. It's so gentle on your hair but still gets through all the tangles without ripping out tons of your hair. So I highly recommend one of those brushes. And like I said before, I only do this whole routine to my hair about once a month. So sometimes in between that, I will just put coconut oil in my hair on one of my wash days, let it sit in there for a couple of hours and really hydrate the ends of my hair especially, and then just wash it off with the Function of Beauty shampoo and conditioner. But that's all the general tips I have for you guys. So let's get into this routine. So the first step of this routine actually starts the night before, and I use a rosemary mint serum, and I just take a couple droplets full of that and rub it all into my scalp. And this product helps to loosen the buildup that's on your scalp and also hydrate the scalp. Sometimes I think we forget about how important the scalp and the roots of our hair are to nourish, and we just focus on the dried parts at the end. But a lot of keeping your hair healthy actually starts at the roots, where the new hair growth is going to be forming. And using this product with a massage of your scalp is really great because it helps promote blood flow to the area and therefore stimulate new hair growth. So once I have all the product in my hair, I just throw the rest of my hair up in a bun to try and keep the serum off the ends and keep it more focused on my roots. And then I just go to sleep with my hair like that. The next morning I take my hair out of the bun and I add coconut oil for some deep conditioning. So again, with my coconut oil, I start at the scalp and the roots and really massage it in there. And then I cover the rest of my hair and I work it in sections to really make sure I'm getting all the hair coated. And I focus the coconut oil a lot on my roots and my ends, again to help promote hair growth and also to keep my ends from drying out, because they really do tend to get pretty dry with how much sun and salt water exposure I have. Once I've got all the coconut oil on, I again like to put my hair up in a bun, but this time I like to twist it up really tight to keep all the oil in, and then just put an elastic around it. And then I leave that in my hair for 2 to 3 hours. While the coconut oil is hydrating and repairing my hair for a few hours, I got some school and housework done, made a nice cup of tea, and worked on packing up my room to move to my new apartment. On the longer hair care routine days, you can take some time to relax and treat it as a bit of a self-pamper day. After a few hours, I take my hair out of the bun and treat my scalp to a rosemary detox scrub to help remove any dirt or buildup that has occurred over time. I do try and be somewhat gentle with this scrub though. It is trying to get the dirt out, but I also don't want it to be too abrasive on my hair or my scalp. And then it's time to wash out all the products. As I said earlier, I either use natural shampoo and conditioner bars for my washing routine or my Function of Beauty products. Since shampoo and conditioner bars tend to be made with a lot of oils, I always use my Function of Beauty on days when I use coconut oil to make sure all the oil gets washed out. And again, like I mentioned earlier, Function of Beauty products are really great because they're paraben and sulfate free, and they have the new silicone-free option, which is what I'm using in the scent Eucalyptus. I love this scent. It leaves my hair feeling and smelling so fresh and revived. After my shower, I add one more product called High Ends to the ends of my hair just to give them a bit more hydration. If I don't take good care of my ends, they just get very dry and frizzy, like I said before, and by the time they're at that stage, it's usually too late to fix it on my own and I have to go get a trim. So all of these steps of my hair care and hydrating the ends of my hair are really essential so that I can keep my hair growing nice and long without any breakage and prolong the time between my trims. And finally, I use my wet brush, like I mentioned, to brush through my hair, and I try to work mostly from the ends up to eliminate too much hair fallout. And again, this brush just goes through your hair so nicely to get the tangles out without ripping too much hair out. Of course, there's always going to be hair fallout when brushing your hair, washing your hair, whatever it is, but I really feel like this brush has helped me to eliminate too much of that. So once I'm done brushing my hair, I just like to mess it up and scrunch it up a little bit so it has some more volume and doesn't just lay flat at my part. And there you have it, guys. That's my whole deep treatment hair care routine that I use to keep my hair healthy and keep it from drying out and to be able to continue growing it out for a long time without getting trims. I just prefer long hair on me. I love it. It feels so healthy and natural, and I'm really glad after my quarantine chop off that I've been able to grow it so much again already. But I really hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learned some good tips, and I'll see you guys in the next video.